following the government accepting Finance Minister Boris Lalovac's proposal for all current loans pegged to the Swiss franc to be converted into euro according to the interest rate that was valid on the date the loan was taken out, but in line with the currency exchange rate valid on the day of conversion, it has been decided that the proposal will be discussed by the government in September and will come into force in October. The bankers have still not commented on the proposal, but the finance minister has said that the negotiations with the banks have ended as they've been turning a deaf ear to the government's repeated calls to come to the negotiating table and talk about the issue. The central bank, meanwhile, estimates that the direct costs of the announced final solution for loans pegged to the Swiss franc should not have pronounced negative effects on the banking system. The central bank has put the cost that the banks will have to bear at between 5.5 and 6 billion kuna, or 12% of their capital. At today's government session, it was established that the government had secured the funds which will shore up the process of the ailing Immunology Institute being turned from a company into a public institution. This has been enabled by the government directive, which has declared the Immunology Institute a public institution of state strategic and general economic interest. However, as the workers have still not been paid full wages, this brings the existence of the institute in jeopardy in line with the new bankruptcy legislation coming into effect on September 1st. A panel of judges at the Zagreb County Court will decide this afternoon on whether former Croatian Prime Minister Ivo Sanader will be released from investigative custody, where he's already spent more than the legal limit. The former Prime Minister's defense team made the appeal after the Constitutional Court last month overturned the verdict in the HRT4 and Dynamo corruption case. If his appeal is successful, Sanader will immediately be released from prison. His retrial is scheduled to begin in September. And in arts and entertainment, the 66th Dubrovnik Summer Festival closed last night, with the festival's flag being lowered and an excerpt from the Dubrovnik trilogy play by author Ivo Vojnović being staged. Several actors were awarded the Orlando Prize for their roles. In sports, Croatian champions Dynamo have reached the group stage of UEFA's Champions League this season after beating Skanderbeë of Albania 4-1 last night to record a 6-2 aggregate victory. Dynamo return among Europe's elite for the first time since the 2012-2013 season. The group phase draw takes place on Thursday. And the weather prospects for Croatia: sunny along the coast, clouds dispersing inland, but at least partly sunny. There's a slim chance of a few showers in the Dalmatian hinterland, mostly on the border with Bosnia and Herzegovina. Moderate Bora on the coast at the foot of Mount Velebit, northwesterly and westerly winds in other areas, southwesterly along the shores in places. Top temperatures between 22 and 27 degrees inland, up to 32 along the coast. It's expected to get warmer in the coming days, even hot in most areas. It will be prevalently sunny, but some fog possible in the morning hours, primarily in valleys and along rivers. Winds moderate, southerly and southwesterly in the west, southeasterly in the east. Settled sunny and hot along the coast until the end of the week. Winds mostly light to moderate Bora picking up overnight and in the morning, while northwesterly and southwesterly winds expected during the day.